Well,
Hey, my surprise team, honestly, I think Nebraska was a really good pick for you, Alex. But I think honestly the only other one that you could say in this category without being too crazy is Illinois.
so none of y'all guys wanted to vote for mine.
I ain't even look at your team. I'm not gonna lie.
Hello.
Sorry, Jack. Did I take your game?
You took one of my.
You took one of mine too. I'm gonna take my mean pick here, and I'm gonna play a little song. Oh God. I'm gonna take this fat piece of.
Bro, get Desmond Watson off the screen.
Look at that.
Dude, last time we played, I whooped your ass.
Disappointing thing in my entire life, and
Blanket of his son, Halliburton. He's like,
Yeah.
just beat your ass.
That's what I was
Got the
I thought
game
he was
winner
saying,
on
like,
you.
what up with it now?
What's going on, You Don't Know Ball Podcast Nation? Welcome back to the show. We are full staffed once again. Caleb is in the shadows. But lots happened. A lot's happened since we've gotten together. I mean, I did an episode by myself, so I haven't seen the boys in a hot second. So we had Caleb's birthday party. So happy belated birthday to you, Caleb. And then
Well, thank you.
Oh, yeah, no problem. And then a lot of college football news, which, Alex, would you like to kick us off?
Sure. So the hammer dropped on Michigan this past week. Some pocket change was needed to pay the NCAA. So, you know what? This shirt is still relevant with the national champion. So we're still the champs. And I just there's something that came out today that kind of got under my skin with Stephen A. Smith and the bald guy that's absolutely slobbers over the SEC,
Paul
saying
Feinbaum.
that the Michigan's national
Ocho
championship
Cinco?
is irrelevant. It's a lot to say out of them from an irrelevant TV show that nobody really likes to watch, and that recently just thought a Barry Sanders jersey was a Shedeur Sanders jersey. So just to leave that out here, Stephen A. Smith, your show is an absolute joke. But anyways, Michigan keeps their national championship, and they just got a 5-star running back, which is a pretty good clutch pickup after the recruiting issues that we're going to have after our whatever. But Ohio State fans are now going back on, like, we never said the hammer was going to drop. We didn't. We knew this was going to happen all along. Like, shut up, all of you.
No, you did not. No, you did not.
Yeah, so pretty happy over here. Still the champs. This is still the champs. The Block M. Even if people think it's irrelevant, they can go on First Take and tell their irrelevant takes as well. But you know what? Go Blue.
Yep, it's good news for Michigan fans and in Ann Arbor. Sorry, kind of stumbled in my words there for a second. All right, but in other news, for my team, CJ Carr was named a starter after I made a whole segment on the last episode about how Kenny Minchie's got the edge on him right now. But CJ Carr is now our starter. Thank God. I'm so happy about that because he's the better quarterback, and he brings a more of a elite passing game. I think elite passing game threat to the field with him on the field. So I like where the Notre Dame Fighting Irish are going with in direction at quarterback. I know Julian Samuel was named the quarterback for Ohio State. A lot of QB battles were solved this weekend and this week. Joey Aguilar is a quarterback for Tennessee. That was pretty just given. But Ty Simpson was a quarterback for Bama. But
did you see that BYU's heading towards number 47 or whatever?
Bear Mockmeyer or something like that.
Right.
He's
oh God.
Hell yeah, a quarterback wearing 47 is tough.
Yeah,
that's sick. but it's a lot of position battles being solved within the next this week because we finally have college football this week. We have the Farmageddon is what this game's called. It's got Iowa State versus Kansas State in Ireland to kick off the season. Then we got Kansas.
I thought it was Iowa State.
No, it's Kansas State. No, Iowa State, Kansas State.
Go Kansas State, baby!
And then I knew you'd be happy about that, Caleb. Your boys in purple are playing this Saturday, so you should be
Hey,
excited
any
about
purple
that.
team I'm rooting
Locked
for.
in.
Washington, Kansas State,
Oh my
Northern
God.
Iowa. Come on. We're doing it, boys. Northwestern, let's
You
go.
were there.
Northwestern, yeah.
Purple teams, Caleb's your biggest supporter, so hook him up with some merch.
Right.
But yeah, but that kind of is a good segue into what our topic is going to be today. It's going to be we're breaking down the Big Ten because why not? Because we have a week left till actual season starts after week 0. So as you know, the categories are best team, worst team, surprise team, wild card team, most disappointing, coach of the year, and title game and champ. No shared screen today, so this has got to go off the top of your head. So who wants to kick us off with? Actually, you guys, whoever wants to go first, can pick the category we start with.
I just want to say I think a good reason we do Big Ten is because this is the conference we've all been most attached to, especially growing up and everything. We grew up in Michigan, so both Michigan teams plus teams way near us, all part of the Big Ten. Big Ten is the Midwest Conference, so I think it makes sense for us to break this one down. But I just wanted to say that.
Yep.
Alex, you go ahead.
And it's the best conference in football. Just want to throw that in there.
Whoa, that's a lot coming from you, Jack. It's Mr. SEC Bama Town.
You know what?
All right,
I think it's very close. I think it's very close, honestly, but Big Ten might have them beat this year.
And between that and the Sun Belt.
Oh my God, dude.
Come on.
That or the MAC conference.
The MAC. Nah, when PJ Fleck left the MAC, that's when they quit being
What,
competitive.
downhill? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
When
Alex kicked us
what was
off.
that dude's name? Hudson Wolf or whatever?
Oh, went to what's that school? I know we just talked about that. Whatever.
Yeah, Hayden
Damn it,
Wolf
Wolf.
left Western to go to
Oh, no.
freaking Oklahoma or something.
Oh, yeah. Right. He did.
Oh, yeah, he was in NCAA.
He's making his 1,500 stimmy. He's good.
He was a
Let's
card.
start. Can we do is surprising team is the category, correct?
Yep. Surprise team is a category.
Let's start with
boy.
that, and I'm gonna pick Nebraska. I think they're gonna be studs this year. They're still Nebraska, but I think they're gonna be really, really good. Plus, they have Dylan Raiola coming back for his second year starting, and then they have a lot of playmakers on the outside. And I think their defense is still okay. I mean, there's a lot. They still have to improve a lot, so I think they're gonna be the most surprising team. But I mean, they could either be that or wild card. I can't remember what the other ones that he could really fit in, but safe bet is Nebraska being a surprising team.
Yep. I mean, we've said it a lot on this show that Nebraska could be a surprise team for this conference because Matt Rule's entering his third year. They bring back their starting quarterback, Dylan Raiola, who started playing his best football towards the end of the season last year as a true freshman. And I think they bring a lot of talent back in from the transfer portal. So it's going to be an interesting season for the Cornhusker fans in Is it Lincoln? I think Lincoln, Nebraska.
Yeah, I think
So,
it's Lincoln, Nebraska.
Yeah.
but
I also think they have
definitely
a
be
very
exciting.
they have a very easy schedule too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
So that also aids
Yeah,
in their
cupcake.
favor.
They play Michigan at Nebraska. They play at home.
Yeah,
They
cupcake
have
in the
a-
schedule.
There's a chance that I think they could win their first. I think it's either their first 5 or their first 8 games and be undefeated going into Ohio State.
Wow, you have
So-
them beating Michigan?
Well, I'm just saying they have a higher chance. I don't have them
yeah.
beating Michigan, but it could happen.
I
Let's just say
think
that.
it could happen as well. I think that is also a trap game for Michigan too. So
Jack, how about you go next?
No, come back to me.
Okay,
I'm
Caleb.
figuring out my surprise team.
Caleb, go ahead. Oh,
Hey, my surprise team, honestly, I think Nebraska was a really good pick for you, Alex. But I think honestly the only other one that you could say in this category without being too crazy is Illinois. I think Illinois won 10 games last year. They're bringing back a lot of guys from what I've researched. And, we talk about I know from watching a lot of college basketball in my downtime at work recently, being old and is not a bad thing in college. Having that experience means a lot. And especially in a conference like the Big Ten where all these teams have so much experience, Illinois having all those returning guys that know how to win games, know how to win big games, just makes them have the potential to be a surprise team in this conference. So I'm just going to go with the Illinois Fighting Illini for my surprise pick.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with that. I mean, Luke Altmaier's your starting quarterback. He comes back for his senior season. There's a couple other things positions that came back last season. Stop, Derek. I'm going to kill you. 3, 2,
Who's
1.
Derek?
Get that out.
My dad. Sorry, I gotta go back and forth from work to being at home. But I think starting over 3, 2, 1. Illinois is gonna be good because they have Luke Altmaier coming back. They won a lot of one-score games last year, which is kind of alarming to me because I don't know if they could replicate that same output of wins like they did the year prior. But they still have a lot of weapons coming back, and I like their Brett Bielema at coach, big Brett Bielema. So I like Illinois to either get close to winning 9 or 10 games or making an elite New Year's Six bowl game or the playoffs, really. So it'll be interesting.
Or a Big Ten championship.
Or a Big Ten championship.
Right. It's just tough
Jack,
because
you want
there's.
to go? Go ahead, Caleb. Finish up.
Yeah, Caleb, go ahead, dude.
I was just gonna say, Illinois. I feel like Illinois does not have a chance to win the championship, but they could at least be a surprise and make things interesting in the season. Because we all know who's going to win the championship. It's one of three. It's one of 3 teams. So I feel like Illinois is just like they have no shot, but they could make it a little bit fun,
But who's your 3 teams?
No, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Hey, we're gonna get there, brother. Chill.
Yeah.
Jack.
Kurt Signetti might be getting in there for the 4th, so I don't know. But no, honestly, my surprise team is probably going to be Illinois too. They're bringing back Altmaier, but I think they're going to be a good team. But like Caleb said, they're kind of in a conference where they're going to be stuck between, great teams and then average teams. So
yep.
I think they're going to be the best of an average team, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, there's a lot to like on Illinois, but this conference is pretty top heavy when you look at it. Yeah. So
I guess the argument is the argument would be like I feel like Alex had a really good pick with Nebraska because it's kind of like Nebraska beat Illinois for who gets that 4th spot. Because I feel like it really is that, who's going to get that 4th spot out of all those other teams.
This past season, they had like a 2 overtime game against the Illinois and Nebraska, didn't they?
Yeah, so it was a close game.
They're competitive.
Oh, this is for the 4th spot? Because I don't think they get in the 4th spot.
I think this is just a surprise team. I don't think it's just like an actual.
Yeah, I'm with you on that because Illinois is probably like 5 or 6.
Maybe 6 or 7.
That's pretty close to 4.
Yeah.
That's pretty close to 4.
Even there.
Man,
even
Isaac
there.
Clip Farmer, bro.
All right, I'm gonna do a different team than both of you guys. I think the Iowa Hawkeyes are in for a big year. I think they brought in one of the best quarterbacks in the FCS, and Mark Gronowski. You know what they're gonna get on defense. They just need to, and they improved on offense last year. So I like where they're trending on offense, and I think Mark Gronowski is gonna be he was a dog in college. He won 2 national titles in FCS college football. I know that's not Power 5 or whatever, but he's still going to be a good ball player. Trey Lance came from it. Yeah, Trey Lance was a bust.
What's he done in the NFL?
Yeah, But
Jack,
it's gonna be
that don't
interesting.
matter right now. That don't matter right now.
But my surprise team is Iowa, hands down.
No,
10-win
I
season
agree with
inbound.
that because you want your quarterback to know how to win. Because if your quarterback only won like 4 games, but he put up crazy stats, that's not going to translate
That doesn't mean
into
anything.
coming into the Big Ten. So having a quarterback that knows how to win, I think, is a big thing for Iowa that they've been missing for the past like decade. So
Yeah,
I'm excited to
especially
see that.
especially with
They had
guys like
Michigan guy in there.
Cade
Can't
McNamara, who
Oh,
stunk it up
God,
and just
that was
forgot how to
awful to
play
watch.
quarterback.
Dude, I sat at a bar.
they've-
I sat at a bar for like 3 hours and watched Iowa versus some other team. And dude, I saw a shit, like 16 punts back to back to back possessions, dude. It was rough.
That's Iowa football,
Rough
baby.
watch.
That's a 10-win season.
Yeah, I
Iowa
know.
football.
Defense wins championships.
Dude, 10-win season where
Defense
their
wins
average
championships.
score per game is like 8.
So bad. It was
That's
so
all right.
bad.
Yeah.
That just means you got to score 9. That's all.
Oh God!
Jesus.
All right, I'm gonna pick. Let's go with the best team just to get it out of the way. I'll do my team first. I think there's 3 or 4 really good teams in this conference. Obviously, being Michigan, Penn State, Ohio State, and Oregon. But if I'm gonna go with the one that brings the most production back, and I don't really necessarily love their head coach at all. At all. But
You going with
I know who this
Indiana?
guy picking, bro. I know who this guy
I'm
picking,
going
bro.
Penn State. Penn State to be the
What?
best team in the conference.
What?
They
That's
got
crazy.
Drew Aller, Nick Singleton, Kadron Allen, Trevor Pena. A lot of weapons on offense, a lot of weapons on defense. I think they're one of the more deeper teams in this conference. So Penn State's gonna be the best team in the Big Ten this year.
I also
Weird.
agree with you on that, Isaac. I think Penn State is going to be a juggernaut of a team to play this year. They're not going to be like juggernaut is kind of probably blowing it out of proportion, but they bring so much production back with the 2 starting running backs from past season and Drew Allard, and I think they brought most of their offensive line back, didn't they?
Yeah, their whole offensive line came back, I think.
Yeah. So I think
it's like
it's
3 of their offensive line came back.
So still, they have a lot of
I looked
production
it up for
coming
my
back.
fantasy draft. I'm not joshing.
I'm not saying you are.
Dude, not you
but,
using
yeah,
my phrase, bro.
But Penn State is going to be a really, really good team in the Big Ten this year, and I think they finally get over the hump because they play Ohio State this year. I think they beat them this year just because of the it all depends on what Drew Aller does.
Yeah,
So,
I think a lot of the season rides on his shoulders.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. But Alex, are you saying Penn State as well?
yes, I'm going to also say Penn State.
All right. So Penn State for Alex and I, Caleb and Jack. Who wants to go?
Yeah, honestly, I'll go next. I think Penn State's a safe answer, not the right answer at all, because they got that boy James Franklin, the turtle, holding them back. Can't win shit in ever. Been coaching for I don't know how long, fucking 20 years, ain't won shit. Has Saquon Barkley, the best running back in the NFL, one of the best running backs in college football ever, didn't win shit. Had Michael Parsons, didn't win shit. Chris Godwin didn't win shit. I think you guys know where I'm going with this. Guy can't win shit, so he's not ever going to win shit. So I think Ohio State, bringing back as many guys as they bring back, are going to be the best in the Big Ten next year.
They bring a few pieces back, especially with Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah,
Their defense is still going to be freaking great.
Oh,
They- yeah,
Sonny
they-
Styles is still there, right?
Yeah, Caleb Downs is still there. They lost a couple
Yeah.
pieces on defense, like Sawyer and Tuilauma or whatever his name is.
Mm-hmm.
But
And that D lineman
a
that's
couple
on
of
the
the
Lions now.
couple of D lines.
There's nothing money can't fix with them.
nothing money can't fix for the Buckeyes, and I mean they still have Caleb Downs, like we said. So and Sonny Styles. It's gonna be a good season for the Ohio State Buckeyes. So not bad pick there.
Until they play the boys in blue.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I think
they're
there's a
probably
game.
gonna lose that game. They're probably gonna freaking lose that game again, of course. But
That's what the haters were saying last year, Caleb.
Right.
dude, that's what they've been saying for the past 4 years, and it happened.
And they ain't lost one yet.
All right, Caleb, go ahead. Who do you
Go
got?
ahead, Kel.
No, I'm going to Ohio State too. I'm happy I had a Taylor with that because I think honestly the only hump that this team needs to get past is just having a new quarterback. But if they can get past that, win their road games, I think they got a really good shot to repeat. Or I don't know if they weren't Big Ten champs last year, right? It was,
No, Oregon was.
No. They actually
Okay,
came in
okay.
third in the Big Ten. No, fifth.
Oh,
One
okay.
of the two. I can't remember.
Gotcha.
Fifth.
Yeah, no. I
Yeah,
think
Did they
really?
the third.
No, they finished.
I thought it was
Alex.
third.
I don't remember. I know they had
Well,
finished. No, they
Unless
wasn't.
Indiana was higher than
I'm
them.
sorry.
Indiana
I-
actually
I-
could have been higher than them.
They might have
do
finished
think it was
fourth.
India, yeah.
But they were
Because it
higher
was-
seeded than Indiana in the tournament?
Yes.
Yes, because of their strength of schedule and then their wins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they
Because
only
this
lost
has
to
Oregon,
and Michigan.
Indiana. This has Indiana as ranked as second.
Oh,
Really? It should have been
Yeah.
Wow.
Oregon, Penn State, Indiana, then Ohio State.
I know. That's weird.
Weird.
No, Caleb, I think you're completely right to think that Ohio State's going to be one of the best teams. They have Jeremiah Smith, Carnell Tate on the offside of the ball. They have the new quarterback, Julian Sayin. He's going to be growing and adjusting to the game. The speed of the game is, and what better way to start out with a test against Texas at home? So
Yep.
if they can, I think they get most of their tough games at home. They get Penn State at home. They get Texas at home. I think they have to go to Ann Arbor for the Michigan
Yeah,
game.
they're
So
on the Ann Arbor this year.
it's gonna be they get their toughest test at home early in the year, so that's good.
Right.
But
The only
They gotta
unfortunate thing
they
for
gotta
them is
replace.
their biggest question
replace
is
the running
QB.
backs.
I think still. Oh well, yeah, that too. But
absolutely.
also just
There's
the
another
team.
that
I mean,
also they-
with a lot of people coming back from winning a national championship too, whether however many of them moved on or what, I just think that experience speaks volumes and goes a long way. So I think this team is kind of in their current window right now to keep pursuing national championships. So there's no reason for them to not win the Big Ten.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. I agree. I think if Ryan Day is able to keep his foot on the gas, Ohio State could win. I don't know, 2
all
or 3
12
more.
weeks. Not
Yeah.
just oh wait. Yeah, all 12, right? 11.
Yeah, it's 12-week season.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
17.
he only keeps his foot on the gas for 11 weeks the last 4 years. So
And then he puts it right back on when he
And
gets
then
to
he
the
puts it
playoffs.
right back on, especially when he's playing Notre Dame.
All right, dog. All right, Caleb. What category do you want to do now?
Let's go ahead and do bottom team. Whatever
Worst
category
teams?
that
All
was.
right.
Yeah.
Maybe just try worst team.
Yeah, worst team. Let's
Hey,
do
that's a
that.
good one.
I
How did
think
you come up with that?
let's try that one out.
I think
Try that one
Caleb.
out. Just
Let's see
Oh
it.
man. I can't put my boys there. I just can't do it. I can't do it.
You better not be
Honestly-
Don't worry,
okay.
Caleb. I'll do it for you.
Oh, don't do it. Don't do it to me. Honestly, from just what I've seen, I don't watch college football enough, especially these past few years. I'm gonna lock in this year. Don't worry, everybody. I'm just gonna go Purdue. I have no reason other than that they're only good at basketball. They don't have football culture, and the only memorable Purdue moment I have is
They're
them
the
beating
Giant
Michigan
Killers,
State
brother.
from like 3 years ago. So, yeah,
Thank
I'm
you
just
for
gonna
that,
go Purdue.
Shout out Purdue.
They
Yeah.
beat Ohio State a couple years
Dude,
ago.
that was
I'm
the
a
weirdest. That
biggie-
was the weirdest like win of all time. I just gotta say that. Like, Michigan State, fresh off beating Michigan, goes to Purdue and fucking loses. That was crazy.
Shout
How
out
do
Purdue.
How do you even manage to do that? You're supposed to be able to carry momentum.
I don't know.
They must have
I
just
don't
showed
know,
up.
dude. 'Cause
Michigan State Super
Dude.
Bowl is the week before. That's what it was.
Exactly.
They should've-
Probably.
They should have carried their momentum from that win, except they just came in there flatter than a fucking doornail
Doorknob.
and then got their ass beat. But
Yeah.
whatever.
I'm curious what you
Caleb,
guys have to say, though.
I'm going to piggyback off what you. I'm going to say Purdue as well. Purdue just god awful last season. They're going to be god awful again this season. I don't care if they got a new coach. I don't know. They lost all their talent in the transfer portal to other teams. Like last year's team had talent on it, and then this year they all left. So they literally have like people who are just getting off their 9-to-5s out there playing football. So I'm going to take Purdue as the worst team in the Big Ten.
I like that. I like that as well. But I'm going to give out my shout out to a different team. This is one of Caleb's purple teams. I'm going to say Northwestern. They haven't been anything for the last, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years. But, it's just really it is kind of sucks to see Northwestern be not as good as they used to be. Like they went through 2 Big Ten championship games, and I think from the time period of 2016 to 2020, I'm pretty sure if Pat Fitzgerald was their their head coach, and now they're just the bottom tier of the program of a football program. So it's kind of sad, but I do think Northwestern's would be on the bottom rank of Purdue in the Big Ten, just because they don't have the talent.
Especially when you see their stadium and they're playing in this season. What the hell?
Right.
I mean, they
Michigan
played in last year, but it's just atrocious.
You know where they're playing Michigan this year?
There.
No, Wrigley.
Waldo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're playing Michigan at Wrigley this
Waldo. It's just
Waldo.
Bro, we might as well go.
Hey, let's
watch
be
that
honest.
game. Damn.
Let's be honest, though. Northwestern was only going to Big Ten championships because all the good teams in the Big Ten were on one side of a conference.
Yeah.
Right. No, it is true, but like they were competitive.
The other one was like Wisconsin and Northwestern.
I remember the last Big Ten championship Northwestern made, and they were up 14-0 within the first 5 minutes of the game, and then Trey Sermon proceeded to go run for 250 yards. Yep. And they won 49-14. It was ridiculous.
That was bad.
Is that against Ohio State?
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed it was, Jack.
What's that?
Indeed it was.
Indeed it was.
Yeah. I was gonna say those were in the Shea Weber days. Pretty sure.
Justin Fields was the quarterback, right?
Yeah, he was. Jay Fields.
I think Justin Fields was one, and then Dwayne Haskins.
I thought Haskins was the quarterback.
I think
Haskins was the quarterback against Northwestern.
I don't think he was. I don't think he was that year.
Then what? Then 2020. I feel like 2020 was the year that Trey Sermon was the running back.
That was the year that was 2020 because it was COVID, and then Trey Sermon was the running back, and then.
Jack, look up if they played Northwestern twice in the Big Ten championship. I think they did because then they played, I think, Wisconsin in one of those as well. But
all I know is Dwayne Haskins.
Go ahead and say your worst
game.
game.
The Redskins.
Yep.
Rest in peace, Dwayne Haskins.
Rest in peace, Dwayne Haskins. For real though.
I was gonna.
Yeah, look both ways before you cross the street, people.
Ah, okay. God damn it.
It's horrible.
They played him in 18 and 20.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's I knew that was 18 and 20.
So it was Dwayne Haskins.
Haskins was in 18.
Yeah.
Knew it.
But all right. So Jack, you said we haven't gotten your worst team.
No. I was gonna say Purdue. I'm hopping on the Purdue. It's gonna be hard to go from winning 0 games in the Big Ten to winning any this year.
Winning 1.
Yeah, for real.
So, I mean, we could see what Barry Odom could bring back from his UNLV offense, but I doubt it's going to be anything worth a damn. But,
right.
All right, that brings us to our wild card team. Jack, how about you kick us off with this one?
Wild card. Oh, yeah. I'm going to go with Indiana because you guys are some Indiana haters, but I got faith in them.
Hey, man, they could do something this year.
Yeah, pretty much. They're bringing back a couple guys.
They brought in a good quarterback from Cal, Fredo Mendoza. He was kind of a baller for the Golden Bears.
Yeah, Fredo. I played a couple 7-on-7s with him back in the day.
Oh my God! Shut up.
He seemed like he had a tight spiral on the ball. So
brother could sling it. I mean, I was running simple go routes and just everybody, so it didn't mean anything.
Brother got the arm and brother got the legs beneath him. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like it's
Anyways,
a 2+2. It's a 2+2 = 4 world. When he playing ball.
I could see Indiana making another playoff push or getting ranked higher in the Big Ten standings again this season. I hate Sig Shitty. I don't like Signetti.
I love Kurt Signetti.
He's a full shit. So I don't necessarily care for him, but he can coach. He could coach the shit out of a football team. So I'll give him that.
Hey, they're losing a big piece at center though. I know Ivy knows what I mean.
Yeah, they ain't gonna have Mike Kadick in there no more.
Yeah, bro. Have you been seeing the TikToks about him, Jack?
Yeah, that fucker's so funny.
Right.
All right.
I'm gonna get that printed. Put that by my bed every night when I go to bed. Signetti's watching over me.
I'm gonna go next. I'm gonna say Michigan's my wild card team. I think the floor for them is 8-4. The ceiling for them is 11-1, 10-2.
Damn.
It all depends on how Bryce Underwood plays, and I think if he's everything he's being talked up to be, like he's supposed to be the next coming of Trevor Lawrence. I think Michigan's in for a really good season, even though they have to go to Oklahoma and then they host Ohio State. I think their schedule is really favorable in between those two games. So I'm looking to see if the Wolverines can win 10 games, 11 games this season and make the college football playoffs and potentially go on a run there and maybe win the Big Ten again this year. So that's my take.
Yeah, just looking at this schedule, definitely possible because they don't play anybody.
Well,
like I was just looking at the Big Ten rankings from last year, and they play every single bottom team.
I mean, you got to think of it. They won 8 games with a damn Make-A-Wish quarterback back there with Davis Warren. I mean,
with kind of a hard schedule too.
With a tougher schedule, so there's no way this team is going to be any worse than they were last season.
I know. I'm agreeing with you because they're playing the whole worst of the worst in the Big Ten.
Helps when you lose to the best.
I think Nebraska will be better though. Nebraska is probably going to be on a battle as well, and USC.
Yeah, they ain't playing Illinois. They ain't playing Penn State.
They ain't playing Oregon.
They're going to play a Wisconsin team that's going to only win 3 games this year.
Maybe.
No, they are.
I'll just piggyback off that, Isaac. I think the 2023 national champion Michigan Wolverines are going to be a wild card team. Yeah, that's right. 2023 national champions. Still relevant. Anyways, sorry. But
no, you're good.
Yeah, it really all depends on Bryce Underwood and how the offense just moves the ball, obviously. But just I'm really excited to see how the 2 running backs would do this year as well, because Justice Haynes and Jordan Marshall are going to be a pretty good backfield for the Wolverines. We had some bad news with Andrew Bababaloa, I think that's his last name.
5-star tackle.
5-star freshman that we got this year. I think he tore his ACL or MCL. I can't remember what he did, but he's out probably for season. And that comes in bad timing. But you know what? I think we'll be okay. I know Michigan has some depth on the offensive line. So, I'm excited for this season. I think Michigan's going to do pretty well. I'm hoping at least for a 10-2 season with maybe I'm really hoping to get to double-digit wins this year. I mean, if we can avoid 9-3, 8-5, that'd be really nice. But overall, I think they're going to be a tough team to play in the Big Ten.
Yep, I agree with everything you just said, Alex.
Yeah,
Caleb.
I'm also telling y'all, I wanted to pick USC. There's just too many questions there. I feel like the rest of the Big Ten minus Michigan for this wild card spot just has too much chance to be really mid or worse. So I'm going Michigan for the exact reason Isaac said. I think their floor is 8-4, but ceiling much higher than that. So no further argument to be made. Michigan is my wild card pick.
Yep. I mean, they can't get much worse than they were last year, and they won 8 games. So I know they gotta replace Mason Graham and Kenneth Grant, but they still got a pretty good D line there in Ann Arbor.
Derek Moore, TJ Guy, Rashad Benny.
They got culture too. Unlike all these other
Clemson
teams,
transfer.
man, I feel like Michigan culture is just way better than all these other Big Ten teams.
Definitely trending up.
Yeah, they got motion.
Ever since 2021. But yeah. All right, let's move on to our next category. We got most disappointing. I'll go first. I'm going to say USC is going to be the most disappointing team. I think Lincoln Riley fails again and wins 7 games, and USC misses the playoffs. They're going to lose to Notre Dame this year again. And I like what they have around Jada Mayaba at quarterback. It's just I think they're still a year or two away from being like an actual playoff contender, and I don't think they're going to give Lincoln Riley a year or two to do that. So maybe I'm not saying he's on the hot seat this season, but if they win 7 games this year again, it's going to be a talk going into next season for the USC Trojans. So USC is my most disappointing.
Right, I agree. Well,
Valid.
I think I have a different team. I gotta think of one.
All right, Jack.
Yeah, I'll go. It's kind of a surprise pick here, but I'm gonna go with Nebraska being my most disappointing team. I felt like they were hyped up a lot last year, and I felt like they really let me down last year as well. And just don't think they're ready yet. I don't think they're in there.
I mean, I could see where the expectations for Nebraska are soaring up the charts right now, and I could see the potential downfall for that team as well. I mean, it's Nebraska. They lost so many one-score games. I think they're like 3-30 something since 2018, and score or in 2020 since in one-score games. So they got to make a massive jump in that category to be relevant. So I don't necessarily hate that pick, but I don't love it.
All right, 56-7 against IU. We ain't gonna talk about that though.
All right, point proven.
No, I'm just kidding because
next on the
17-21 to Ohio State. So,
that's tough.
They just need to be more consistent.
Too.
They need to be
the
consistent.
Potential. They have the talent. They just gotta be consistent. Caleb, how about you go?
I don't know if any of you guys are going to pick this team, but after looking at what experts predicted, they think Minnesota is going to go 8-5. I don't believe all that. I think Minnesota is going to be the most disappointing team. The Golden Gophers. I think after what I've looked at, relying on your defense like Mr. Iowa over there doesn't seem to turn out too well. So. I love Coy Parrish. He's one of the players I'm going to be looking at this year. I just don't think he's going to be able to lead his team to wins all by himself. And all I'm looking at around Minnesota is, their defense is so good, but we all know in college football, offense really has to do a lot of heavy lifting too in order for you to win games. And I just think Minnesota is going to disappoint in that way.
Yeah, the fact that Minnesota's spread is 8 games right now from the win is kind of ridiculous. PJ Fleck hasn't done shit since 2018 in that magical game that they beat Penn State at home. I mean, it's going to be
2021. I thought.
Oh, I thought it was. It's in the range of 2018 to 2020 something.
Yeah.
Inflation.
Whatever. It's been a couple of years since PJ Fleck and the Gophers have been relevant. I know they finished off last year pretty strong, beating Wisconsin, and I mean they gave a fight to Michigan. So I don't know. I think Corey Parrish is a good player. I just don't think the team that he's on is necessarily all that great. So I agree with you, Caleb.
Is that the kid that they're saying that he's gonna be like the next Travis Hunter?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is playing both sides of the ball.
I don't think he'll be as good as Travis Hunter.
Well,
Yeah, right. But he'll be good for.
What's that got to do with anything, huh?
Right. I'm gonna, a lot of, I know you guys and probably some of our fans probably want me to say a certain team that we all know who that I'm talking about, but I'm gonna take another route and say Wisconsin here. I mean, Isaac's saying a 3-8 season last year, and they probably might not get to that as well this season.
Oh, I don't know what the record was last year. I think they're going to win 3 games this year.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
they have a gauntlet of the season this year, so I know Gruden was over there hyping those boys up during spring camp, but I don't think Wisconsin has the talent to be as competitive as they were in the 2018 team season, 2020s. You know what I'm saying? But
well,
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin has to host No, they have to go to Bama this year. They also lost their number 1 receiver, Will Pauling, to Notre Dame. They lost another transfer to Miami, which they're in a lawsuit battle against the University of Miami right now.
Did they get a quarterback this year or no?
No, their quarterback's still ass.
Okay. I thought they got some guy from Maryland.
Oh, no. I'm shaking in my boots, but I think Wisconsin's going to be terrible, and their schedule is not going to be any nicer to them than their terrible team. So 3 games is their ceiling for me, but we'll see what happens.
Yep.
All right.
Wisconsin was probably my other pick besides Minnesota.
Yeah, at least they'll have the toilet bowl at the end of the season for
Minnesota.
You, Caleb. But okay, so we have 3 more things to go. We have Coach of the Year, title, and then champ. Do you guys want to do that all at the same time, or do you guys want to do
Sure, I can go. I can say mine if you don't mind. I mean,
I'd love to hear it.
Coach of the Year, I'll keep that one for back. I'll keep that one last. But I think title game. Oh man, I feel like it's kind of hard to not say it'd be Penn State and Ohio State at the end of the season. I know they play in the middle of the season, but it's we've seen it before in a conference title game where Texas and Oklahoma played again in the Big 12 when they were in there. But I think Penn State and Ohio State will end up being the Big 10 championship game, and I'm hoping Penn State comes out as the champion of that of the title game. Now I hope my boys in blue make it there, but I don't have not this year. I don't think they make it this year. But and then for Coach of the Year, man, I could see. I know the easiest answer is to say Ryan Day, but I do think that didn't Signetti win it last year?
Yep.
Oh man, maybe I shouldn't use him. Bielema, no. I'm gonna go again and say Dan Lanning. I think I said this last year, but you can't really go wrong with Oregon's head coach, especially with that team that they have right now. So, I'm trying to stay away from the cop-out answer of Ryan Day, but I'm going to say Dan Lanning.
Nice. Yeah, I like those picks. I think you're going to see a lot of them on my side. I guess I'll go right now. But Coach of the Year, I'm going to say Matt Rule. I think I'm putting all my chips in on the Nebraska being a tougher team and win some games this year.
I would too.
Matt Rule is my Coach of the Year. And then my title game is also going to be Penn State, Ohio State. I think both teams have the more talented rosters. I mean, if Michigan can pull off an upset and squeak their way into that game, I think they'll be that's more than capable. I also think Oregon's got a chance to make it into that game as well. So a lot of possibilities for this title game. I feel like if they're all kind of interchangeable, I think Penn State's going to be showing up in a lot of them though. And then my champ's going to be Penn State, and I think James Franklin finally wins a big game, but then that's like a once in every 20 years kind of thing. So we'll see what happens. But
The last time he won the Big Ten championship was 2016. So I was in middle school. Well, no, I might have been in freshman. No, I was in middle school. I think
they had Saquon Barkley thing.
When he had Saquon, I'm glad he did something.
Trace McSorley.
That was Saquon's freshman year. That was Saquon. Right. I think Trace's freshman years.
Yep. No, not Trace. That was his junior year.
I think Trace was a sophomore because his senior year is 2018.
Yeah, because what was that Rose Bowl? No, that was the Rose Bowl they played USC in was
that year.
The year they won the Big Ten.
It was 2016 because they played USC. And Adoree Jackson or whatever his name was.
Adoree Jackson and Saquon Barkley, and then what's that receiver's name?
KJ Hamler.
I can't remember, but whatever. KJ Hamler.
Nope. No way that was not his year. No way.
Great poll.
Rondale Moore.
Crazy.
Rondale Moore.
Yeah, Rondale Moore.
But all right, Caleb. Let's hear your Coach of the Year title and champ.
All right, Coach of the Year. Aren't title and champ the same thing?
Well, title game. No. Like, who's in your title game?
Oh, right. I think Coach of the Year, I'm going to tail Alex on this. I like Oregon with Dan Lanning to win Coach of the Year. I think they have a good opportunity to just win the Big Ten Conference in general, like throughout the season. I think Dan Lanning could get the Coach of the Year award. Title game, I don't know how the conferences work yet. I'm not, I guess, educated enough. Is it
there's no divisions. There's no divisions.
Oh, okay. So it's
Top
possible
two
for it to be Ohio State versus Oregon.
Yes.
I think that game would be incredible. But I do think so that's my title game, Ohio State, Oregon. And then I would probably predict Ohio State to win that championship after that. So I'm going Dan Lanning, Coach of the Year, Ohio State, Oregon, title game, and then Ohio State be the champs. There's no other reason besides, that's just kind of what my gut's telling me. It could end up
just talent.
It could end up being Penn State, Michigan. I never know. But right now I'm just going Ohio State, Oregon. That's what I'm
based on what we know. Yeah, it's not a terrible guess. Not a terrible take, Caleb.
Thanks, man.
You did good, kid.
Wake up, kid. Big leagues are calling.
All right, Jack.
Well, he did really good. Because that was all my predictions too. I was going to say Dan Lanning is Coach of the Year, just because I don't think Sig Nasty's going to win it again.
Yeah.
A little bias giving it to that guy, but no, I think it's going to be Ohio State and Oregon, and the reason I think that is because Ohio State and Penn State play each other, so one of them's got to lose. So it's going to be. It's going to be really Ohio State doesn't play Oregon, so I think they're the next best in the conference after Penn State.
It's going to be really hard for.
I think they'll slide in. Twice. Yeah. And then I think Ohio State's going to win the Big Ten again.
Yep. I feel like those top four teams of Oregon, Michigan, Oregon, Penn State, and Ohio State. And no, not Indiana. Are pretty interchangeable if
UCLA
they win their games that they're supposed to win. UCLA could kiss my white ass, but
hey, we don't know what Nico's going to be throwing over there.
I mean, I did see an Instagram post about Nico is dazzling at UCLA's training camp, but then I remembered they're playing against UCLA's defense, which was one of the worst in the country.
They're playing against UCLA's cheerleaders. So
I mean, it's gonna be. We'll see what happens, but that's gonna do it for our Big Ten preview. So just to go through the list, Alex had Penn State as the best team. Caleb had Ohio State. So did Jack. Had Ohio State. I had Penn State. Worst team. Northwestern for Alex, Purdue for Caleb, Purdue for Jack, Purdue for me. Surprise team, Alex had Nebraska, Caleb had Illinois, Jack had Illinois, I had Iowa. Wildcard team, Michigan for Alex, Michigan for Caleb, Indiana for Jack, Michigan for me. Most disappointing, Wisconsin for Alex, Minnesota for Caleb, Nebraska for Jack, and then USC for me. Coach of the year, Alex, Caleb, and Jack all had dead landing. I had Matt Rule. Title game, Alex and I had Penn State, Ohio State, and then Penn State winning the Big Ten title game, and then Caleb and Jack had Ohio State versus Oregon, and Ohio State winning the Big Ten. So that's our predictions for this season. It's going to be interesting to look back and see how well we did at the end of the year. But, hey, I just want to say that I called – this is a different conference, but when I called Vanderbilt to be Arkansas to be worse than Vanderbilt, everybody was giving me shit until it actually happened. So,
Right.
So we're not – we have a proven track record.
Again.
We have a proven
Probably
track
would happen
record.
again.
So it's good to see. But all right, you guys have anything else before we sign the show off?
No, I'm good.
I just want to say thanks. I just want to say a quick shout out to Connor Stallions for throwing his phone into the pond. But
Get on my boy.
yeah, and Jim Harbaugh for his service, and now both of them can't come back for a lifetime, basically. But
I thought it was 10 years.
It is. I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say see you in 10, Jim.
Dude, Denard Robinson is literally suspended for 3 years too. Show clause too.
For what?
Why
Denard
he
Robinson.
get suspended?
Probably recruiting violations, but whatever.
Dude. Well, I guess we could do one more thing here. Kansas State, Iowa State this Saturday. Farmageddon in Ireland. Jack, who do you have winning?
Kansas State, Iowa State?
Yeah.
Kansas State.
Alex?
Give me the Kansas State.
Caleb?
Kansas State.
Wildcats.
You already know who I'm a pick. Kansas State, baby. Come on.
I'm also going to take Kansas State and Avery Johnson to beat the Cyclones in Ireland. So, what a win. Week 0 is here, and we cannot wait. So, lots to look forward to. And
Yeah, hopefully we don't come back
hopefully
with
you're
really,
with us.
really bad news that we lost. our
Yeah,
bet.
hopefully. hopefully. All money.
What's the bet?
The money line
Betting
right now
on,
is Kansas State. Kansas State is minus 150. Yeah, Kansas State's supposed to win that game.
Right.
All in. We're all in.
Well, we're all in on that.
This guy.
All right. We're gonna sign it off right here. Remember, get your merch at the merch store. Go like our TikToks and reels of whatever we post that day. We had one that went for 7,000 views on TikTok, so that was kind of sick. But
Yeah,
remember,
6 likes.
it was 286, but nice.
Yeah, you about 200.
Remember, we don't know ball. Yeah, bud. We don't know ball. You don't know ball. We all don't know ball. We'll see you in the next episode. Peace.